Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to journaling with me, journaling with one another. Hello, Catherine Muhammad. Great to see you back again. I don't know if everyone got well, probably didn't get a message, but I'm glad to have you back. Hello, Kim and M. Yes, welcome back to you as well. Even though I just saw you, I'm glad to spend some time with you. So, welcome back to Journal with Me. I'm Kathy Hampton of Wellness and Healing Practices for Women 50 and Over. And we are here in community to journal together once again. I took a break from this live stream community back in June, and had intentions on coming back in August. But I stated that it would be August 31st, and I realized August 31st is, I believe, a Sunday. So I wanted to keep my word and come back and journal again in August, and today is the day that we start up again. I will say just some brief housekeeping messages that we're just going to start off on Tuesdays for into September, and then change it back to our Tuesday and Thursday journaling sessions come October. The weather keeps people out and about, and depending on what time zone you're in. But for me, it's already afternoon, and some people are waking up on the East Coast and definitely are probably still asleep on the West Coast or the Midwest. And there are some people who are going to bed, depending on where you are. And so we'll get back to our Tuesday and Thursday schedule at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time back in coming up in October. But in the meantime, we'll meet on Tuesdays up until October. So I hope that you've been journaling, keeping up with journaling, and I will share that I have up leveled my journaling. And when I say that, I've been journaling differently, other than just writing. And due to my friend Kim M&M, who has turned me on to morning pages, I am now doing morning pages as prescribed by a creative, a screenwriter. And hold on one moment, I have to get this book that I want to share. And she has several of these books. The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron. And I've been doing morning pages as well as journaling. Morning pages, there's a more definite prescription of 3 pages in the morning when you wake up. And you can stick to that or not, but I try to stick to it. If I'm going to do morning pages, I stick to 3 pages of basically free flow um, journaling in the morning. If I decide to quote unquote journal, regular journal, to me at any time, I don't necessarily uh, limit it to 3 pages, or the minimum. Don't stick to that maximum or minimum. That I do whatever I want to do, even just jotting down a note, which of course I believe is a part of journaling, or downloading what's on your heart, your mind, and your spirit. And but I've also been using prompts and reading and writing notes, and those becoming part of my journaling practice. And I actually have a Substack article or a post in my Substack account, which you can subscribe to in the description of this video, about journaling and or writing. and you can find out more information about how I describe the benefits of journaling to help you create. So, with all of that said, let's get started with the journaling. Let's do some journaling, and we're going to spend 15 minutes um, with our journaling. Before we get started, we will take some cleansing breaths, settle us down. I need to settle down because it's been a little hectic morning for me, um, doing a little bit of administrative things. And So this is a great time to settle my spirit by taking those 3 cleansing breaths. And if you don't want to journal, I will say this: if you're just tuning in for the very first time and haven't journaled before, it's pretty straightforward. You get a book or a pad of paper, a pen or pencil. If you are a creative and you are a painter, you can even download what's on your mind onto a canvas with a paintbrush, charcoal, a pencil to do sketching. Um, but um, if you don't know anything about journaling, want to try it out, please take your time and consider that. But you can also use this time in this space to meditate, to pray, to just be, just sit and ponder. Um, and if you have your AirPods on or earphones and you're taking a walk, be sure that you capture your walking in a walking meditation, sight, sounds, or um, touch, smell, the senses, anything that touches the senses for um, your meditation, for your just being in that space. So let's take some time and be sure that we ground ourselves, finding a safe and quiet place to sit. You could want to close your eyes, allow yourself to sit up straight. Getting quiet. Allow yourself to feel the breath slowing down, maybe the pace of your breathing. Relax into your body. Getting accustomed to your breath. We're going to take 3 cleansing breaths by breathing through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And you can do this at your own pace. Inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs, and then exhaling with a sigh. One more time, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And one last time, let's inhale through the nose. Squeezing that air out and exhaling through the mouth. Returning to your own rhythm, the natural rhythm of your breathing. Slowly opening your eyes, blinking, coming back to the space, looking around at the familiar. Okay, so I have my phone here for our timer, but I'm going to actually use little gong, a little sound bowl, actually, a miniature sound bowl has its own pillow, and take the time to monitor the time for us, and we'll spend 15 minutes in our practice and come back and have a short discussion for this first session of Journal with Me, journaling and community. Okay. So if you can find once again a quiet space, if you're seeing this on replay, I hope that you will come in and participate and engage on your own and actually journal or tend to yourself in practice for your wellness and your healing, for your relaxation, stress reduction, for your peace. Okay. So let's get started with the 15 minutes. It's let's see, 12:46, and I'll be sure to bring us back approximately 15 minutes from now. Okay. All right. Let's take that time now. So we are back, and hopefully you've been able to practice your journaling, your prayers, your meditation. And our good friend Ava, I think she was practicing some rest, which is always good. Great to see you, Ava, back here. Great to be here with you. Um, yeah, I don't know many people. There will be people who will see this on the replay. Put it that way, because I did not get to sending out a notice. But I'm glad to have all of you back in community. And if you are watching this, if and you want to say hey or let us know that you are practicing, please put a comment in, say hey. If you're seeing this in the future, please let us know that you've caught the replay. And I hope that during this time between, I think it was June 2nd and today, the August 26th, on this Tuesday, that you have been able to keep up with your practice of journaling, whatever wellness practice you are feeling. It's good. I Some people may know I'm going to be, and I have been working on a podcast that outside of the YouTube channel, which could possibly get onto YouTube, but talking about the focus of the podcast is to discuss becoming whole with practices of wellness and healing. And that could be journaling, that could be yoga, that could be Reiki, that could be tapping, that could be some creative practice endeavor. And I'm working on that. So this summer has been dedicated to learning for me. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning about myself. I'm still learning about others, just learning in general, learning about where I am and and the culture around me, learning about how it feels to be away from what I was familiar with. It's been over actually 13 months now since I have been away from the United States. And how does that make me feel? Um, well, it's interesting that I felt very excited to move, and this was before everyone, not everyone, but um, quite a few people took flight and changed back in, I don't know, 2018, 2019, 2020. I was kind of late to the show, but had made plans on moving abroad and learning now that um, that things would have changed in a way that I could not fathom. That had a hint that they could, um, because we were all told. But how does that make me feel now? And so I've been learning about myself and reaction to what is taking place in the United States as well as other parts of the world. It's a global, it's a global thought, global thoughts, really big things, and how I've uh, kind of compartmentalize or make room for those thoughts as I am practicing wellness and healing. Because before all the global stuff, there was my own personal stuff, right? So we are challenged with so much. And right now, at this moment, um, and hopefully, your wellness and healing practice, whatever you choose for yourself, will help you along the way. I know that journaling for me has, um, and it started a long time ago. So, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to impart upon you, and also to let you know that the learning process for me is kind of for me to up level my practice. And in this practice of journaling, you may say or ask the question, what is up leveling your journaling practice? Well, I've been journaling in a way that um, is stream of consciousness, right? Free flowing, just writing what's on my mind, my spirit. But I've also been challenged to take it even further, or realize how I have taken it further, and kind of on my own, which we do sometimes figure out. It's kind of like the practice of hiking or walking or getting up and taking that walk every morning. And all of a sudden you see that you have, you're breathing better coming up a hill or up some stairs, and you can get up to the top of the stairs quicker than when you did it at the beginning, when you started that practice of walking up stairs or walking up a hill. You have up leveled your walking, your pace, your stamina, and then you might want to take it even further. You might start running up those stairs or taking it to another level, up leveling. And for me, I realized that my journaling was me, even through stream of consciousness, when I go back and look at them, was I was writing, uh, writing stories with my words in no particular order, at all. But I was creating. I was creating uh, literature. I was creating lots of things, and a memoir. So I was up leveling that. And now I'm doing more with that writing. And I'm actually learning about writing literature. And so um, you might want to think about what your practices of wellness and healing can do for you. Um, how you become better at what you might want to do. Um, I think about um, being a better or being more confident, right? Confident in what I'm doing, confident in many aspects of my life. If you do it and get better and better at it, then your creative spirit you feel more confident, because we are all creators. And whether we're creating, we're painting, whether we are gardening, creating a lifestyle or life for ourselves, we are creating it. We are putting in the work and moving, taking the action. So um, these things become, you get good at something and then you're like, maybe I can do this, learn something new about gardening, learn something new about writing, learn something new about I don't know, walking, hiking becomes a hike, becomes, um, it becomes travel through walking, um, designing, designing. So I'll be talking a lot more about that through this live stream in community, starting once again our monthly community meetings. Um, we just took a little break, a little, or as they say here, a holiday. And I don't know what the holidays are here usually. Usually they're named after a saint, if they're religious, um, or they could be a banking holiday. I don't know. Um, but um, we will continue to um, continue after this holiday that we have had in this group, in this community group. Hello, Kim S. I want to say hello to you. And glad that you were able to spend some time with us. And again, Abba, I want to say your names, Kim, Eminem, and my good friend Catherine Muhammad. Great to see all of you through the internets, at least see your names. And I guess you're seeing me. It would be nice to see you all. So that's why we have our monthly meetings, which will start in September. So I'll notify you for those. But it's so good to be in your company. And I wanted to share because we won't, as I mentioned earlier, for those who came in to the live stream, and for anyone who is seeing this on the replay, for the month of September, we will only meet live on Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, yeah, Kim, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again. Also, and starting in September in our monthly meetings, and you registered for those. Those are free meetings. Just our kind of our meetups that we do here, and yeah. And I'm happy to get those started again after our holiday. And I want to, because we aren't doing a Thursday. There's no affirmation Thursday, which we normally do on Thursdays. But I wanted to take the time to ask you um, or invite you to affirm yourself, whether you say it out loud or say it in your pages, in your journals. Affirm yourself, pat yourself on the back, a powerful, positive statement about you. What is it that you want to congratulate yourself about um, since we last met? You might have the same affirmation on a daily basis, which is fine. But if there's something new or something that you can think of that happened that you want to pat yourself on the back about, go ahead. Let's take the time to do that. Take some time to do that. And because I think it's really important. Yeah. So I wrote my affirmation uh, as we were journaling, and I'll share it with you. And I wrote that I'm glad to continually grow in this new life and lifestyle. Yeah, I'm glad to continually grow in this new life and lifestyle. And my note on gratitude is I'm grateful for the growing pains, you know, for growing pains. Sometimes the growing pains actually help us get to um, where we are, you know. And my most recent Substack article talks about women over 50 and over who are still growing and still learning and developing. So if you if you like, you can check out my Substack account. The description is in the box. And if you are enjoying Journal with Me, this live stream in community, please do me a favor and like and subscribe to Kathy Hampton Wellness, so the YouTube channel. I did a taped video for the first time in a long time the other day, promoting the Porto. Well, it's not even the Porto. It's a book fair. The book fair of Porto, I guess, at the Palacio do Cristo, the Jardins, Jardins, Palacio do Cristo. I'm learning. I'm learning. But there is Gardens of the Crystal Palace in Porto, and there was a book fair. And I just so happened to hear about it from a Portuguese friend. She reminded me I attended last year, and so it was great to attend this year. It goes until September 7th. I incorrectly said that it goes through the 2nd, but it's here for 2 weeks, and it's a really great fair. There's over 130 vendors, booksellers, publishers, some big publishing houses internationally, Penguin and Random House, and some others were there. So you saw, okay. Catherine said that she saw the video. Good. Yeah, happy reading. I'm reading children's books, Portuguese children's books to learn Portuguese. So yeah, I haven't started them, but I did start a book that was written in English and is really well done. I really like the way this woman wrote. She wrote this book a while back and has since passed away. But she wrote it in French and it was translated, and it's actually so timely. It's like it's so timely. It's about patriarchy and women being, um, you know, captured and forgotten about, and they don't know where they were. They get out, but they don't know what to do with themselves. Or it's just an interesting concept. So she was thinking about future when she was writing it. And I think that is an interesting way of writing. Futurism is so interesting. And when I say that, it's almost eerie that authors such as Octavia Butler could have written about the fires in Altadena, California. And under this, just every detail, if you were to read that, is amazing. And I had to reread that because I had read it some years ago. So anyhow, I could ramble on and on about literature because that's where I am in this new life right now. Kim Eminem talks about lifelong learners. Yes, please keep learning. Don't allow yourself to, not to to think that you know it all. We do not. There's so much to know, and I think that's the problem with with our global communities. Um, my daughter, I said my mother, can you see my mother? My daughter said to me, "Mom, we need to teach people to read. Let's teach people to read." And I'm like, and that was my mother's calling, actually. Um, but yeah, reading and writing and being out in nature and enjoying nature and protecting it for our own benefit and planting flowers and trees and just all of these things that we need to continue to do um, in order to yeah help the next generations as we uh, we continue along this our paths. So didn't want to get too preachy as I sometimes can do, but it's been really good being back with Journal with Me, and hope that you'll continue coming back and practicing what you love and what makes you feel good and well and healthy and helps you heal as we heal and hopefully fortify our bodies and our minds, right? Yes, very good. Learning something new every day has been a goal of mine for years. Good. Yes, absolutely, Abba. Thank you. Yeah, and sometimes we stay really stagnant, and that's a problem. I try to learn something new every day, along with doing something new every day. And sometimes you learn and do something new on days and you don't even expect it. It's not something that you intended on doing, but it happens, right? You allow it to happen. You open up to it, you know. I've had to learn that. I have had to learn that not every day is going to be something that you want to do, but go ahead and do it and learn about it. It might be irritating, but just learn about it. So, and that has to do with my pet peeve about really about bureaucracy as well as administrative tasks. So I'm pushing myself. I'm learning. I'm trying not to be stagnant and stuck. Um, and yeah. So once again, it's been great to be spending time with you. Please affirm yourself. I invite you to speak or write something you're grateful for. And I will say I'm grateful for you, um, my journaling sisters, for coming and supporting me and yourselves as we continue on this wellness and healing journey together. Take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you next Tuesday. All right. Take care. Much love to you. Bye bye.